Hey, happy September, everybody. We're starting to get some nice fall weather, and with that, we're getting the fall seasonal market. One of the biggest features we're noticing of the seasonal market is days on market. It has gone up from 9 days to 16. That's for closed properties. As we know, that's different than active properties, which is typically much higher. Also, the median home price came down about 8%, and we're still at 2 months of inventory. So not a ton of inventory coming on with the slowdown in days on market and price. Here we go to the MLS data and see that the average active listing has been on for 54 days. This has gone up substantially since even 3 months ago, when we were more like 20 days for active listings. And this is an opportunity for buyers to be able to find some success in negotiating. Of the 350 listings, about half of them have adjusted price, and that price size adjustment is 6.3%. This is the big headline. Median home price was at an all-time high last month, and we came back to a little bit more of realistic. But this is not the gauge that we like to use to gauge the market, because it includes the $2 million homes that kind of skew the price. What we prefer to look at is the price per square foot. And this has been steady for the last 3 months, and we came down about 3% last month, median price per square foot. Days on market, volatile, as you can see. 16 is the longest days on market we've had since the spring market really kicked in. So to me, that's a signal that we're sort of closing the chapter on this spring market. We're entering the fall. Now, with a slowing market, you might expect to see more inventory. We're definitely going to keep an eye on that, but we've not seen an increase in inventory. Steady at the 2 months level. And a lot of times this is because people haven't been as excited to sell when interest rates, they have a 3% rate on their current mortgage. So we'll keep an eye on inventory. Number of transactions went up last month. If we look back to history to see what happened last August, we had this little uptick in August, and then number of transactions went down into January. And that's what we're expecting to see this time around as well. And so what does that mean for our buyers and sellers? There's opportunity if you are looking. So for a buyer, if there's less transactions happening, you're more likely to be a valued buyer to a seller. So there might be a little bit better negotiating room. However, there's less options for sale. So when there's less options, if there's a good one, then you're likely not going to be the only one looking at it. This is a nationwide chart of the listings. And what's interesting is it's taken out the COVID years. So it's comparing our current inventory versus the 2019, 18, and 17. And it's about half the number of listings nationwide. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on that. But that's the reason that prices are staying steady, is because there's just not a ton of inventory available. Bottom line, we have our seasonal market going into effect. This is a great opportunity for both buyers and sellers. When you're a buyer, you can find stuff that's been on the market for a longer time, and you might have a little bit more wiggle room. When you're a seller, you do want to be quick to adjust if you're not getting the activity you want. However, there's going to be less competition for sellers. And so a lot of people, there's a misconception that it's a bad time to sell a house in the off season. It can be a great time as long as you're pricing it competitively. This off season is not a good time to put your dream price on the house. It won't get showed. But if you want to move, you can price it aggressively and then get a deal on the buy side. Interesting times in the market. As always, it's volatile and it's situation by situation. There's no one size fits all plan for buyers or sellers. So if you want to talk and have a dialogue about your current situation, talk about the market, any Bend Relo agent will be happy to help.